Hey folks, Mr. Michelson here. Thanks for being a good student for our guest teacher today. Hopefully, you got a chance to do some independent reading with your sci fi novel. What we're going to do next is get into really talking about sci fi and getting into a short story. So, just a reminder of what our essential questions are for this unit. We're thinking about what makes science fiction believable and relevant. And is there a recurring conflict present in this science fiction genre? Are we seeing conflicts kind of recurring, different kind of things that are on these authors' minds? And in what ways does science fiction reflect current social issues? A lot of these stories are older stories, but they're looking towards the future, even into kind of our present day. And we want to think about our own present day as it relates to some of these stories as well. So, I just want to share a quote here that I like to share from Orson Scott Card. He's a science fiction author. Fantasy has trees, and science fiction has rivets. That's it. That's all the difference there is. The difference of feel, perception. Maybe I want you to think about this quote a little bit. Think about if that's true, or is there more to science fiction than just, the difference in setting like this? I tend to think that science fiction is a genre with some pretty unique elements. Just like when we studied the mystery genre, there's a lot going on in the mystery genre that we can see in other stories that aren't necessarily mystery stories. But science fiction is pretty unique in that there's a lot of elements that I think are pretty particular to just this genre of science fiction. So I want you to think right now, just with the neighbor, just turn and talk to somebody for a minute or two. Maybe talk a little bit about this quote if you'd like. But then also talk about what makes a science fiction story a science fiction story. What are some of the elements that make up science fiction stories? Go ahead, talk about that for a couple minutes, and then we'll come back with another screencast.